Galnet News Digest, 12th of September 3305. We read the news so you don't have to. In this week's news, revealingly content to have content revealed. AXI Expels Aegis. Kaii retires over Chinless Snub. EIC shrugs as the code celebrates largest heist ever. Revealingly content to have content revealed. Commanders Flanagan and Adam of the Pilots Federation have previewed the new driving test to be undertaken by all prospective new commanders from Wednesday next week, in a top-secret holovid broadcast on a secret channel. Examiner Theo Acosta will assess each new pilot in their skills, undertaking a number of simple tasks, raising fears of congestion just outside the toast rack at Mawson Dock, where pilots will be asked to stop to perform roll, yaw and pitch manoeuvres. There's also a pretty nifty racecourse using hoops, a bit of shooting at defenceless ships, and auto-docking at Rabbit Station, at which point successful pilots will be granted membership of the Pilots Federation with the title Commander. And then they can start waiting for fleet carriers like the rest of us. AXI Expels Aegis. Aegis Research, the one-time standard bearers of the anti-Xeno movement, has been booted out of the Pleiades. Originally created through the cooperation of the three major powers, Empire, Federation and Alliance, to oppose the growing Thargoid threat in the Pleiades, Aegis lost a lot of credibility when it beat a hasty retreat after being confronted by actual alien ships, and when it called upon independent pilots to fight the Thargoids on Aegis's behalf. Independent pilots, represented by the AXI initiative, paused briefly in their work of expelling the Thargoids from the Pleiades to also expel Aegis Research. Without the Thargoids, and without Aegis Research, and without Mad Professor Palin, the Pleiades can proudly claim to be a safer, happier place. Kaii retires over Chinless Snub. Dr. Kaii, the joint organiser of the Distant Worlds 3302 and Distant Worlds 2 3305 expeditions, has announced his retirement following disappointing news from the Galactic Records Authority. The Chinless Book of Records has denied the Distant Worlds 2 expedition the record for the highest number of commanders simultaneously crossing the galaxy, over a technicality about how the fleet member names were recorded. Apparently, for the record to count, the names should have been recorded in HIP Protosquid ink on triple-scotched leathery egg vellum using a quill pen fashioned from a Thargoid's tail feather. With the benefit of a few months to recover, Dr. Kaii now recalls the more than 10,000-strong Distant Worlds 2 expedition as a positive, epic, amazing experience, but nonetheless thinks he'd rather retire than organise another expedition on that scale. Fleetcom is already on the lookout for their next victim. EIC shrugs as the code celebrates largest heist ever. The East India Company has denied that its trading post activities will be impacted by what the code claims to have been the largest heist in history. Having planted a spy in the midst of the EIC, that spy is reported to have stolen several EIC Type 9 cargo vessels full of rare goods. The code posted a holovid showing cargo being transferred between ships. According to the code, this amounted to 60% of the East India Company's holdings. The code also posted a ransom demand for the return of the purloined goods. The EIC responded by pointing out that around one-third of the code's alleged haul belonged to the code's own spy, so he was stealing from himself. It also claimed that the total haul was very much less than 60% of the EIC's total stock of goods, and that they expected very limited impact on their ability to trade rare goods, with grind-averse commanders mysteriously needing quantities of Kamitra cigars or Lavian brandy. And that's this week's Galnet News. Galnet News, we read the news so you don't have to.